So now I am going to tell you a story. This is my first podcast, and I thought that I would start with telling stories about creative problem solving, which is so important in marketing and selling because as business owners, we have to always think of ways and by intention sell ourselves, our products, and our services effectively. So today's story is by Dave Trott, my favorite author, and this title is called Because You're Worth It. So it starts with Julius Caesar, who is at age 23 and a junior politician on the way up. He had confidence and brains. So one day he was sailing across the Aegean Sea and captured by the pirates. They demanded a ransom, 20 talents of silver, which is equals to 600,000 worth of 620 kg of silver. So Caesar told them they were being ridiculous. He couldn't possibly allow himself to be ransomed so cheaply. The pirates hesitated and they were confused because normally we would want to be going as cheap as possible and we would negotiate with the pirates, right? But Caesar insisted the ransom must be more than double, which is $1.5 million. So the pirates didn't know what to do, and normally, as I said, they wanted the captives would try to escape as cheaply as possible. So what's going on? And if he said he would double the ransom, so they wouldn't want to argue, right? Because it's more money. So they let Caesar's men go back to Rome to raise the money. And in Rome, in his absence, Caesar suddenly became very famous because no one had been ransomed for such a big sum of money before. So they thought he must be very special. He must be super important. And because of this demand of the ransom, it put Julius Caesar on the political map. And he had just invented the Veblen effect. So Veblen is a name that wouldn't be used for another 2000 years, which means simply that consumers perceive higher priced goods to be worth more simply because they cost more. So it's if you relate it, it would be like Rolex, Cartier, your Chanel, your Bentley, your Rolls Royce, probably even your Tesla. None of them are actually any better than the cheaper alternatives. But the price alone makes them seem more desirable, and this is called the Veblen effect. And Julius placed a value on himself greater than anyone in Rome. But as far as anyone in Rome knew, it wasn't him that had done it, it was an independent valuation. So it must be true. And because Caesar was now so highly valued, his men had little trouble raising the ransom money, so they returned to the island and freed him. But Julius wasn't going to allow the pirates to keep that sort of money. As the now important and famous man, it was easy to raise a force. He hunted down the pirates and took back all the money, plus everything else they had taken, and executed them all. So now he's both very rich and very famous. So in time, that same combination of confidence and brains, he became ruler of all of Rome, expanding to Spain, Germany, Britain to Middle East. Because Caesar knew that reality begins in the mind. So the most important piece of real estate asset in which to stake a claim is your mind. How you stake a claim is how you create a perception. And how you create that perception is by controlling the context. Control the context and you control the mind. Control the mind and you control reality. I hope you enjoyed my story for today, and maybe this is an insight or an inspiration for you to help you in your business and effective marketing even better. See you for the next podcast, or rather, hear me on the next podcast.